Hello guys, Danny here. In today's video I've got an unboxing of the Canon Legria Mini, or also known as the Canon Vixia Mini, depending on what part of the world you're from. So I would say the Canon Legria Mini is aimed at YouTubers, people who do vlogs, things like that, and this is definitely why I picked it up, because obviously I do YouTube videos. I got the Legria Mini from Amazon.co.uk. It took a few extra days to come because I actually bought it from a German seller because I wanted the white version of this camera. All the UK sellers, including Amazon, were selling the camera either in glossy black, which I didn't want because of the fingerprints, or silver, which I thought looked a little bit old-fashioned. So I definitely think it was worth the wait to get the colour I really wanted. So let's take a quick look around the box before we open it up. So there's not a great deal on the box, but as you can see here, it shoots in 1920 by 1080, so full HD video. Also MP4 format. It uses micro SD, which I'm not a big fan of. I would prefer if it just uses a standard SD, but it's micro SD nevertheless. Also, we've got ultra wide angle lens here, so it should be able to shoot really wide. Also, it's Wi-Fi certified, so I'm not quite sure how it uses Wi-Fi. I'm guessing it may use an app on your iPhone or Android phone, but I'll have to look into that to see if that's the case. Now let's take a look in the box. So as you can see on the top, we've got the warranty. So I'll put that off to the side. We also get a starter's guide in various languages. Didn't really need to look at that. And we get a manual on CD and some software there which I've not really looked at. I'm sure it's not too bad, but it's not something I would personally use. Under all that, we will find the main contents of the box. So we've got the camcorder itself, so we'll put that off to the side and see what else we get. Next up, we've got the battery charger, so this could be handy to charge the battery off the camera, so you can pick up multiple batteries and have one battery charging while the one's in the camera, which will be really handy. As you can see here, we've got the actual battery, just a small one, but I think it'll be more than adequate for this camera. As you can see here, we've got the lead for the battery charger. Because I picked this camera up from a German company, it did come with the EU plug, but luckily enough they did send me an adapter out, which was handy to have, even though I've got a few of them laying around anyway. Next up in the box, we've got the USB cable to connect the camera to the computer. I'll probably not use this, I'll just get the videos off the SD card. And also we get a lanyard strap, which I much doubt I'll be using. As you can see there, nothing else in the box, so there we have it. So now let's have a look at the star of the show, the Legria Mini itself, the camera. I know packaging is not a big deal when it comes to a product. It's like kind of the last important thing when you buy something. But I got to say, this Canon packaging has been quite decent in terms it's not been too much of a hassle to try and open. And if you ever got to try and return it or anything like that, it's not too difficult to get back in the box. Let's take a closer look at the camera. So it definitely feels nice and light and really small and pocketable, which is nice. As you can see, it's got this flip out screen, which can be really handy. So as you can see, if you want to shoot something, we can flip it out this way. If you want to record ourselves, we can flip it towards itself like that, so that's pretty handy. This is what makes it the perfect vlogging camera, possibly. We'll have to see in the final review how good it is though. One thing to note, if you're wondering where the controls are on this camera, we've got a few buttons on the side, but it's mostly operated by touchscreen to navigate the menus, etc. So if we turn the camera on using the switch on the side, it will reveal the lens, so it's quite good how the lens is protected. You don't always get this on all cameras, such as pocket cameras and also smartphones, so it's nice the lens is protected. Either side of the lens there you can see the two microphones, so I do believe the camera does have stereo mics, which hopefully is going to sound good because the camera doesn't have an external microphone port or anything like that, so you're kind of relying on these two microphones at the front, which hopefully will be good quality, and at least they are stereo. So on the bottom of the camera you will see it does have a kickstand, which is quite handy to have, could come in quite useful. As you can see, you can tilt it at various angles, usually pointing upwards. In this shot you can see, along with the kickstand, you do get a tripod mount. At the back of the camera you can see the battery compartment. Really easy to access even when the camera is attached to a tripod. It's easy to access the battery compartment. The flap on the side will reveal the HDMI port to connect the camera to your HDTV, and also a DC in for the power supply. And to the left side we've got the play button to view back your videos and photos. And to the right side of the flap we've got the on and off switch for the power. At the other side of the camera you'll find another flap that will reveal the micro SD slot and also a USB port. Now to the left side of that you'll see a button there, I believe that's for the camera to take pictures, photos I should say. And to the right side of the flap there's an LED light there which will flash telling us when the camera is accessing the memory card. So there we have it guys, the unboxing of the Canon Legria Mini. As you probably guessed, this is actually some footage from the camera. I've got to say I'm very impressed with the quality so far in terms of the video and audio, but please do let me know what you think of the quality in the comments below. Just a quick thing before I go, I'm actually using the new iMovie to edit this whole video, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with it so far. It's a really good application. I thought the old iMovie was pretty good to begin with, but this is much better. Reminds me of Final Cut Pro 10 quite a bit, and also it's got quite a lot of new features in this new update, and it seems much quicker to edit because it is very similar to Final Cut Pro 10. So I may do some coverage on this later on. So yeah, hit that subscribe button guys if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.